Ladies and gentlemen, it happened last night. I got a really big snowstorm here. That's why the video didn't come out last night. But part two of that is that Activision and Infinity Ward released what is coming in Season 2 of Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 as well. These are not the new things that are coming to the game, like what the new Resurgence map is, or what is the new maps coming to multiplayer, new weapons, things like that. These are the things that are changing with the Season 2 update, and they are very big things. They're probably the biggest changes we've seen in a season, maybe ever, that have happened to a game. So what we are going to be doing is going through Warzone 2, Modern Warfare 2, talk about everything that's going to be changing on February the 15th, which is the Season 2 update. Again, these are not the new things, these are the changing things, and you'll see what I mean as we go through them. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So starting out with the general changes to the game, the first thing that they state is crashes and stability. Obviously, the biggest problems with this are on PC. Basically, all they have said for this is that overall stability and performance should improve, just like they do with every update to the game, but they didn't really go in depth with to what that is. The second thing is audio. This is a global change, so they're going to be adjusting things like audio occlusion, what footsteps are going to sound like, and it may impact you greatly depending whether you're playing on PC or not, and what your settings are in game. This is going to be something we'll probably have to revisit after the update to see what they have actually changed in this, because they didn't go into great detail, and we won't really be able to tell until once we get into the game and can actually hear footsteps and things like that. The other thing that they are working on is the user interface. They're adding a My Bundles screen, again, for the microtransactions, better organization of the camo menu. The social tab should look a lot better, but again, this is more of the things that we will see once the update actually comes out. The other big thing that they are adding here is the play again feature within Battle Royale. I'm not sure why that wasn't before, and also a better after action report audio at the end of a game. And then finally, we have weapon balancing. They did not go into depth as to what they are changing in regards to weapon balancing. However, they did say, just like in the mid-season update, they should have a big overhaul of weapons, and once those patch notes actually come out, we will talk about that. The thing that I did notice in what they said here is it seems as though the only times that they are going to be balancing weapons to a great deal is going to be at the mid-season updates and the full season updates throughout the rest of the life cycle of Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It makes it seem as though we're not going to be getting many updates other than those two events. So basically, one big update a month is essentially what you can look at. So moving into Battle Royale things, the first thing that we have changing is the Gulag. It is going to a 1v1 style Gulag with a domination style flag at the mid control point instead of the jailer. This is going to change the size of the Gulag, but they are not changing the Gulag map. So we're not getting the showers or anything like that from Verdansk. The other difference is you will spawn into the Gulag with either an assault rifle, an SMG, and a light machine gun, and then a pistol as your secondary weapon. These will change as the circle progresses throughout the match. When you win the Gulag, you will get a larger cash reward. As well, there is ground loot within the Gulag that you can actually pick up cash to kind of reward those people who move around the Gulag a little bit more. I think these are interesting changes. Again, some people were against switching to the 1v1 Gulag, but again, you can let me know what you think down in the comments. So the second thing that they're changing in Battle Royale is the cash economy. Essentially, they are reducing the amount of cash that you get from completing contracts, but increasing the amount of cash from essentially looting. So from things like cash registers and things like that, it is going up drastically, and you will find more within supply boxes and things like that on the ground. So just kind of changing the way that you get money. Looting is another thing that changed. So essentially they are going back to the pinata style loot, where when you kill someone or open a chest or something like that, it just kind of spills out onto the ground and you can pick it up that way. And in fact, they are completely getting rid of the backpack system altogether. So no longer can you have medium or large backpacks and stack a bunch of medical equipment or syringes or anything like that. That is completely gone from the game, and essentially we're going back to Warzone 1 with the way that loot was. Loadouts are definitely changing as well. The main thing to look at here is, first of all, there's going to be 2 times that this happens in game. The 1st and 5th circles in each match, a loadout drops in. On top of that, they're buyable at buy stations. You can throw down a loadout drop just like you could in Warzone 1. And on top of that, customizable perk packages are back as well, but they did say that they have reduced the pool of perks, but we don't know what ones are going to be available at the beginning of Season 2. We'll have to wait and see for that. So more loadouts, easier to buy. You can throw them down. Your team can get weapons easier because they are cheaper at buy stations as well. So the 4 other big changes to Battle Royale are 3-plate vests are removed. You're just going to start with one on you and you will always spawn with one. You do not have to loot it anymore. The movement changes are essentially that well plating. You move faster. You can move through doors as if you were sprinting. Buy stations, it seems as though they are going to be adding more buy stations into the game, as well as unlimited loadout markers at every single buy station, so you can always get a loadout as long as you have enough money. And then the thing that doesn't really make as much sense to me is specifically with strongholds. They said that they're going to be adjusting the rewards from strongholds, because the big thing from a stronghold before was your loadout. Now that loadouts are easy to get, I don't know what the point of having the strongholds in game are, or what they can use in it to make it worth actually doing them. They didn't say what it's going to be, but they are changing the rewards from that. Up next, we have DMZ, and the first thing in DMZ is enemy tuning. So this is specifically in regards to AI, and essentially everything that they have said here is that they've made AI essentially not as good, have less aim, less of them spawning. So in other words, DMZ should be a little bit easier. Now, as far as the rest of what has changed, first of all, they are fixing crashes, and the mission tuning is going to essentially make the missions a little bit easier. They're adding a new exclusion zone for Season 2, but the biggest thing here is the seasonal refresh. If you've completely completed DMZ, the beginning of Season 2, everything is going to be refreshed. All your contraband, all of your keys, all of your faction progress is essentially all gone. You have to start from scratch. Now, I'm not against these resets, but they said that they're going to be doing this every single season. And it lends to the question, what is the point of going through all of this if it's just going to reset every single time? I don't know. We don't know exactly what's going to happen with that, but they did say there's a specific DMZ blog coming either this week or next week. So I guess we'll stay tuned for that. But this one has me asking a lot of questions. Let me know what you think about this reset down in the comments. So then we move into multiplayer. This one I'm a little bit actually disappointed with. So first of all, they're addressing audio issues. We already talked about that. Perk balancing, essentially what they are doing here is reducing the amount of time it takes to receive your bonus perk and ultimate perk. In other words, you will receive them faster. At this point, I don't know why they don't take that system out and make it so you start with your perks. It just seems weird. They've already reduced the amount of time once. Now they're doing it again. Weapon balancing, we're going to address that when Season 2 actually comes out. They're adding in hardcore. We already talked about this. It was very clear players wanted hardcore. They also announced that they're adding a Valentine's Day playlist. We don't know what that's going to include yet. And ranked play is coming in Season 2 as well. That's essentially all that we know about multiplayer. Other than that, we're just kind of left scratching our heads. We don't know what maps are coming, how many maps, other big changes. That's essentially it. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit disappointed with the multiplayer section of this. So all in all, I think most of, especially the Warzone changes and Battle Royale changes are good. The DMZ reset really confuses me. I'm not big on DMZ right now. I was thinking about maybe getting into it with Season 2. So for those of you who are DMZ players out there, let me know what you think of that whole reset thing down in the comments. I think that's going to ruffle a lot of feathers. And then multiplayer, I was just kind of hoping for more. They said that every single month they're going to do a thing where they put out a Twitter poll and you can vote for what maps you want to play. I have a feeling that's just going to be Shipment and Shoot House every single week, and I kind of want more variety than that. So I'm relatively confused, to say the least, when it comes to multiplayer, and a little bit disappointed as well. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Are these good changes? We still don't know the new things that are coming with Season 2, including the Resurgence map and things like that. So stay tuned to the channel. As we get updated on that, I will keep you guys updated. But for now, this is what we know. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, hit the like button. And until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making